Absolutely. Here's a quick look at the 2025 heat map, portfolio heat map, and where your money really worked. So let's start with equities. They had a solid ride this year. Nasdaq stole the spotlight this time around, zooming about 22.5%. This, of course, based on a tech-fueled rally, while the Nifty back home, that climbed nearly 9.5%, whereas Sensex, it also added about 8.5%. So yes, that's about equities. But now let's also talk about commodities. Where commodities and crypto, they really added the extra sparkle. Gold, that shone bright with 63% return this year, that is in 2025, and silver, that dazzled at 120% of returns. Now let's talk about crypto in detail. Now this absolutely stayed wild. Bitcoin, that slipped about 1.5% year to date, that is in 2025. But remember, from Jan to July, it actually delivered a cool 24% gain, showing the excitement and volatility that crypto can really bring. So yes, that's about some of the commodities and equities. Meanwhile, let's also talk about the safe bets, the FT. Their FT rates, they've eased by about 55 basis points in 2025. That's following RBI's rate revision reflecting softer interest rate conditions. Now, which means while FT returns, they may not be very high. Those who have loans, they did get some much needed relief. So yes, that's about the YTD returns from some key asset classes. But what about you? What about your portfolio? Where did your money really work? And where does your portfolio stand? So let's break down that for you. So if you'd invested about 1 lakh crore rupees across assets, your investment in Nasdaq, that would be around 1,22,370 rupees. Nifty would have given you a return of 1,09,540 rupees if you had invested about 1 lakh, and a 1 lakh investment in Sensex, that would now be worth around 1,08,470 rupees. Now on to the big gainers, the precious metals. If you bought gold worth, say, 1 lakh rupees at the start of the year, the value would now be 1,63,000 rupees. Now, returns are even higher in silver, now more than double digit for that matter. 2,20,000 is where your money would be if you're invested about 1 lakh at the start of this year. Meanwhile, in Bitcoin, you would have lost about 1,470 rupees, given that 1.5% downtick that we have seen in the year gone by, in the year 2025. And now on to the safe bet, as steady bet, that is FT. A 1 lakh rupee FT at the start of the year would now be around 1,06,420 rupees, which is largely safe and reliable and also steady. Now remember, we've used 6.80% as the rate from June 2024 on a pro rata basis. Now this, since that was the start of the rate, if you had invested, that would be the rate at the start of the year tenure in Jan. So yes, the big takeaway is that equities were really strong, that is especially Nasdaq. Meanwhile, metals dazzled, crypto thrilled, and FTs, they as usual stayed safe. So 2025 does prove that the right mix makes your money work hard and shine.